You're listening to The Mentality Show, only on LA Talk Radio.
What's up, everybody?
Yo, mi raza.
What up? What up?
What up?
What up? What up?
We're back in business, boys. We're back in business. That's gonna be my. I love that line, man. Ty, let me hear you say that line. You have to have that white. We're back in business, boys.
Well, folks, it seems like we're back in business.
I'm gonna send a stern email. All right, so live from Los Angeles on the airwaves of LA Talk Radio, and I cannot say Facebook Live. Unfortunately, Facebook Live is down today.
Because they suck.
They fucking up. We having some technical difficulties with Facebook Live. Tech, isn't this your week to run Facebook Live? That's that
I
what
do it every
fucking up?
week, sir, because you never do it, and they're fucking up.
That's
Not
right.
me.
That's fair.
They are fucking up. So live from the airwaves of LA Talk Radio, we are on live, and the number here is 818-570-5085. You can still hear us on those airwaves. That number is 818-570-5085. And today we are going to get into a lot of things. There's a lot of things going on in the world. And let me tell you what our topic, our meat and potatoes today is called ghosting. What is it? And have you ever done it?
Yep.
Okay, so we're going to explain what ghosting is and if we've done that.
And have you ever been ghosted?
Have you ever been ghosted?
Yep.
I think everybody has.
Yep.
So we're going to get into that. But before we get into it, let me talk about our sponsor here. Don't forget the physical fitness that is so important to go to the gym. I'm not referring to LA Fitness, Golds, or even Equinox, but Gym, the all-in-one fitness board that allows you to get a fantastic workout in half the time, anywhere you choose to use it. www. Go to the gym. That's GEM.com. GEM. That's our sponsor today. So
Jim.
Got
let me do some introductions. I got my man EL, a.k.a. the comedian, to my left here. What up, EL?
What up?
Yo,
What
yo.
up? What up?
How you feeling, man? How was your week?
Feel good, man. My week was good.
Yeah.
Week was good. Didn't get wet. Didn't rain. So,
It didn't rain this week. It
Did
rained the other day, right?
you know, I don't go outside.
Yeah.
I just
Fuck
peek
it.
through
I
people
don't
through
go
my blinds.
So I think it rained. You think it rained? I believe it did. I don't think I went outside either. I heard a little rain or something somewhere.
It was wet.
Yeah. So got my
She
man, a.k.a. Scully, a.k.a. the white guy, Sculligan. How you feeling, man?
Bueno.
I think I'm feeling good. I didn't get a chance to touch myself this week. I'm sure if I did, I would feel fucking wonderful.
They need to be wet.
And it would be wet. A little moist. Little moist.
Well, we're going to get into that, too. Touching
gonna
is
get
going to be
in-
one of our subjects
He's
today.
going to get into that.
Yeah.
My man right here to my far right, Mr. Sexy Texy, a.k.a. the drone in the house. How you
That's
feeling,
me,
man?
A little better. Some grown ass man shit, man.
Grown ass, man.
I went to ass. Went to the had a little scare. Went to the doctor. And
So brave.
We'll talk about that later.
So,
I got a
so
hemorrhoid.
brave. You got an H. You
Yeah.
got an H. Sexy, you got an H.
It's
We
not-
got our first H on the show.
Congratulations.
it was scary. It's funny now, but it was scary then. You wake up in the morning
yeah.
and I gotta take a shit. Go to the restroom and go to wipe, and I'm like, oh fuck, dude, there's a little bit of blood there. What the fuck is going on?
Oh,
So-
no.
He's a
Get the
little too big.
Scared the shit out of me, man. I crawled up in fetal position and it was like shaking.
You're like, honey, what did we do last night?
And, yeah, I went to the
man.
doctor. Doctor's like, this is common.
Really?
Wow.
We check.
Oh,
It's a hemorrhoid.
oh, man.
Fuck.
At least it's not an STDH. It's just
Yeah.
a standard,
Yeah.
everyday, common H.
So it's
Hemorrhoid.
it's more common today to get a hemorrhoid than it has ever been, because she said that nowadays people get more hemorrhoids because they sit on the toilet using their cell phone.
Using their phones.
wow.
She
Right.
said, so your cheeks
Oh,
are
yeah.
spread, you got pressure there, and and people are getting hemorrhoids all the time.
That
doing
is
this shit.
horrible.
And,
I'm like, yeah.
everyone's all butthurt, so they're just
Literally.
Why is that?
Literally. Bird.
Yeah.
You're on
And
your
you start,
phone?
you just start
Because
straightening.
you're taking time.
Because you're on the phone on the toilet, and she says the seat gives pressure to spread your cheeks, and then you're pushing, so it gives, you're more likely to get hemorrhoids that way.
The more you keep your cheeks
Crazy.
spread, the more hemorrhoids. Do a lot of gay men get hemorrhoids?
Don't ask me.
Okay.
V?
Do a lot of.
I like how you held those cheeks.
Delano?
I know, huh? Exactly. I'm a cheek holder. You have to have a certain skill to, hold those cheeks.
Spread the cheeks.
But it was a little one.
You got a little bitty H.
So what were the instructions?
It wasn't a capital H,
So-
lowercase H.
Is that okay? Handwritten.
Eat fiber.
Eat fiber? That was it?
Yeah, she told me what that a bottle of fiber. you throwing your
Beans
food
and
shit.
stuff like
no,
that?
the shit you throw in your
Metamucil.
food. Yeah,
Oh,
Metamucil.
Metamucil. Okay.
Not a couple,
Beneful or whatever they
couple
call it.
extra
That's
beers.
Beneful dog food.
He said
Go ahead and
Beneful.
scoop of dog food.
Beneful?
That's dog food.
Beneful is dog. Oh yeah, it is dog food, huh? Who said that? Who said Beneful?
I messed up.
Said
But she
Beneful.
said, "Yeah, go
You
eat
should
a
go see the
scoop of dog
doctor
food."
or a veterinarian.
Either or.
Nothing
You
else
damn
to do.
dog.
Not be careful. Wait longer. Don't strain.
She said, "Don't sit on the toilet.
Don't sit on the toilet and
sit on
fucking
the
play with your
You gotta
phone.
stand on the
Don't
toilet.
force
That's
it
why.
out.
That's why.
Don't
Facebook,
force it out."
That's why Facebook is down because people won't even take a shit without it.
I know. That's right.
Testing.
Testing 1, 2.
Okay, there we
All
go.
right.
Okay.
He's nuts.
We're good. Nuts.
So got my man over here, aka Vato V, aka the Mexican with soft hands.
That's right, baby.
How you feeling, man?
The better grab that ass.
This
baby.
guy has the softest hands.
That's
man,
right. That's
for,
what she
for a
said.
Mexican.
That's
You're
right.
supposed to have rough wall building hands, man. You know, you got those. You got those soft.
That's
you're,
racist.
you're a spoiled
Wall
Mexican,
building,
right?
crop,
yeah, I am.
crop pulling.
It's the-
Yard work hands,
That's,
man.
that's racist. But I like it.
Oh, you ought to hear the shit he says about me, man.
Fuck all you cabrones over there, pues chingada madre. Lávense las
See?
nalgas.
See, I heard nigger in there somewhere. Man. I heard Negro in there somewhere.
Posiblemente, güey.
So I listen for that shit. When I hear Hispanic people talk Mexican, I listen for the word negro, or nigger. Some of them just like blah, 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 nigga. Blah, 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 blah.
You said
Come on, man.
Spanish people talk Mexican?
They all talk Mexican. It's all Mexican talk to me. It's all
I thought
Mexican
it was
talk.
Spanish.
That's why when he speaks Mexican, I'm like, sir, this is
America.
this is America.
Speak
It
Spanish.
depends on what part of Spain you're from, right?
Puerto Ricans speak Mexican. Spanish people speak Mexican to me. That's what I'm familiar with. I'm from Arkansas, so Mexicans are the only
Puro español, güey.
Espanol people I know.
I know.
So I'm sounding real ignorant
some-
right now.
Racist
I'm
mother.
Southern California.
He's a racist ass.
You're Southern California?
Southern California.
Have you ever seen a Puerto Rican?
I sure have.
You have?
Sure.
We don't have those out here.
No?
Puerto Ricans.
Then I
I'm
haven't
from
seen one.
South Florida.
South Florida?
Florida.
We've seen Puerto
Oh,
Ricans,
yeah.
Cubans,
Cubans, yes, big time.
South
big time.
Americans.
Yeah.
They all speak Mexican, huh? No, I'm joking. I know it's Spanish, but I just like messing with Vato V. And I'm your host, a.k.a. Delano, a.k.a. the Manish one, or Big D.
Oh, Lord.
Nobody
Call me
cares.
either one. Okay, so
Yeah.
so anyway, let's get into it. So
Nobody cares.
Big D for a big
hey,
dome.
Did I talk about Did I talk about y'all's AKAs?
Yeah? You
I
touched
did.
one.
Oh yeah, I did. Soft
You
hands. That's
did.
right. Okay. All right. So if you're new to the Mentality Show, or if you've never seen the show, and then we must warn you: the views and opinions expressed on this show, some listeners and viewers may find offensive. Viewer discretion. We don't give a fuck. So let's get into it. Now, as you know, we talk about everything on the show. Everything. I mean, there's no holds bars on this show. This is a safe haven. If you want to call in, 818-570-5085 is the number. No one's going to know your information, okay, except for us and our millions and millions of listeners out
That's
there,
right.
okay? But besides that, it's
Nobody
all
knows.
safe here, okay?
You're safe behind the phone.
That's right. You can give a fake name, whatever you want to do. We'll find out who you are, and we'll let everybody know who you are. So
We'll stalk you.
we talk about everything here, from all the shit Trump's lawyer admitted to why I believe that Michael Jackson actually did it. We're going to talk about that today. We're going to talk about that. We got EL and I got a little debate going on this right here. So, what else we going to talk about, EL?
We're gonna talk about my microphone just went out. But hey, I got Budweiser and I still got Budweiser.
EL came in unprepared. I forgot to say, EL's new to the show, guys. I'm sorry. Give him a break. Give
I
him a
do
break.
know how to rap. Like
He does. He does. He
sandwiches.
does.
I can rap sandwiches. I
So
can
you
rap
have a
those.
Bud Light and you're about to bust it out.
There you go.
That didn't rhyme either.
I'm sure it rhymed with what you said before, Bud
Oh,
Light.
it did? I don't even remember what I said before.
It's Mike's out. Or something like that. Mike's out.
Oh, Mike's.
Mike's out.
That's
But
right.
busted out, you can't rhyme two words, the same word with two. Yeah. So, but it's okay. EL, he's new. He forgot about the rhyme today. It's okay. We'll give him till the end of the show, and he'll come up with a rhyme, and then we'll get back to EL. Huh?
We'll come up with a rhyme.
Sculligan, what are we going to talk about today?
Well, we're going to talk about the NFL, Antonio Brown, the Raiders, and Le'Veon Bell. To why does it seem like everything the Jets touch will burn in hell?
Oh, damn.
That's right.
That's all bad.
Jets suck. Suck.
That's
All
what
the New York
we-
teams
That's
suck
where
right
good
now.
players
That's
go to
true.
die.
It's true.
No, it's not one New York team. Maybe the
Yankees.
The Yankees, yeah. That's
Not
it.
even, not even them. They're
Got like 8
slumping
teams,
down,
only
too.
one. Yeah, so.
Well, I mean, I would be a Yankees fan long before Giants or Jets for sure.
Good.
But
I'm a Jets fan.
But I'm
myself.
not.
I mean, I'm a
So
Giants
you
fan. I'm
just go
sorry.
with the Dodgers.
That's right, baby.
LA Dodgers can't go
Los
wrong with
Angeles.
L. You know, when I first moved out here, I didn't support anything LA. I hated the Lakers, Kobe, Shaq. This was when I first moved out here, and my brother made a good point. He was like, you know what? You're living in LA. You're using up all of LA's resources. You're fucking all of LA's women. You're drinking all of LA's water. You might as well support a team here in LA. And that's when I was like, you know what? You're right.
You became that guy.
I became a Laker lover. So my team is the Lakers, man. So anyway, Tech C, what else are we talking about here today?
We cover everything from Trump is trying to avoid to this week. This guy got a hemorrhoid.
That's true. And we're going to talk about that some more too.
Talk about
H.
hemorrhoids. H's.
Tech C it is H.
Las nalgas.
What else are we talking about here, Vato V?
From celebrities committing crime for college and not being legit to Michael Jackson being a child molester and telling the kids, just touch it.
Just touch it. Just touch
Yeah,
it.
you need to do
That's
that,
all,
that
man.
high pitched voice.
That's right.
Yeah,
Oh,
touch
that's
it.
his shit.
Just touch it. That's my shit. That ain't my shit. That's Michael Jackson shit. So
Poor Michael. Poor
we
Michael,
all
man.
we've all been hitting on this Michael Jackson thing. There is a documentary right now on HBO
Oh, bad.
called Leaving Neverland, where Michael Jackson, in his death, he's been dead for about 10 years now. These accusers are coming
Damn, that
out.
long?
It's been that long. He died in 2009, June of 2009, actually. So it's coming up. He has these accusers that have come out that have claimed that Michael Jackson molested them when they were children. The accusers' names are James Safechuck and Wade Robson. Wade Robson is actually a choreographer. He's a pretty popular person. He's been around for a long time in the entertainment industry. He choreographed Britney Spears, NSYNC, I believe, Justin Timberlake, all those guys. He's been around for a long time. And he's always claimed that Michael Jackson, when Michael Jackson had these trials in the past, they would call in Wade Robson would come in and claim that Michael Jackson, along with Macaulay Culkin and all these people, would say that Michael never touched him. Michael never did anything sexual. He's been claiming this pretty much since he was about 14 years old. So now, after 10 years after Michael Jackson's death, Mr. Robson wants to come out and say that Michael Jackson actually did, and I lied all these years
Sounds
because
like the money stopped
because I
coming.
loved him.
Yeah.
Money stopped coming. And, now I tell the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Paid,
money
you know.
stopped coming.
Money stopped. They never received any money.
No, he
Come on,
stopped
man.
making money from being Wade Robinson. Now he works at Taco Bell. He's like, how can I generate some
No,
more money?
I think when the trials came up, they were probably getting hush money.
Yeah.
Hush
we don't
money.
know that.
We don't know
We're
that.
going
Can't
off
hush a
accusations.
14-year-old, 14-year-old
Yeah.
kids
And their parents. And their
No.
parents.
So they
So-
weren't, they weren't
Hush money,
touched by
man.
any of the others.
Huh?
Just Michael. They weren't being touched anywhere else. No other groups, no other people. All the people that you just said that they worked with, and no one touched them.
Just Michael Jackson.
Just Michael Jackson, right? Yeah. So,
Because I
well,
feel
okay,
like the
maybe R.
others-
Kelly if they met him. But,
R. Kelly
R.
pissed
Kelly
him.
Bill
little
Cosby,
girls, though.
maybe. So,
Boy,
oh yeah,
both of
everybody has their thing, right? So yeah, I'm going to tell you now, gentlemen, and you can debate me here on this. As a survivor or someone who's been accused, touched, whatnot, as a child, I believe that. Okay, I tell people all the time I have no problem letting people know what happened to me. But if you were to ask me, well, give me details of what happened. Tell me exactly what happened. That would be so hard for me to do. Just to tell one person, just to tell myself. But to get on national television, HBO, something like that, and to tell the world this is exactly what Michael did to me, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. And because of that, that's why, and it was the same thing with both men. These men supposedly never met each other, but they said that Michael Jackson, now I said we get a little graphic on this show, but they're talking about it in Nate Leaving Neverland.
Do it.
He would make me bend over, spread my ass cheeks. He would masturbate as he watched me, spreading my ass cheeks. He would come and lick my ass and all these kind of things. It was I felt like I was watching some type of kiddie porn as this man was talking about this. So to get on national television and admit these things, and like I said, both of them admitted the same thing, that Michael Jackson liked the same type of things. That right there, that was compelling evidence that this actually happened to him.
You say they never met, but don't they have the same lawyer?
No, they don't. No, they have. As far as they're not even getting any money or getting paid for any of this
HBO is
stuff.
not giving any type of kickback.
Nope. None
So
of
they
that.
they pay for their plane ticket to go fly and do the interview, and
No, they went to
They're-
these gentlemen's house
they came
and
to the
interviewed
house.
them. Yeah,
Oh,
they
okay.
interviewed them at their house. And it was all in one day because there wasn't, when there's interviews going on over a period of time. They're wearing, the person they're interviewing is maybe wearing a different outfit, has a different haircut. They interviewed them the same day, same outfit, same time. Not same time, but they interviewed both gentlemen. They didn't know each other before this documentary.
Never
Actually,
met each other.
before the gentleman James Safechuck said when he saw Wade Robinson get on television and admit that he was Wade Robinson actually in 2013 admitted this on the Today Show or one of these shows, and James Safechuck saw that. And he said, you know what, if this man can get on and bravely talk about what happened, then that's something I need. Maybe it'll help me. So he came out with the fact that Michael Jackson touched him as well. So I believe I believe it. I believe it.
I kind of do too, but I'm a little latched on to there was no penis stuff, right? He's an ass man.
No, he tried to penetrate them as
Well,
they
they
got
talked
a little
about
older
oral
too.
sex too.
Oral sex.
Yeah.
He tried to anal rape them, all kinds of stuff as he got older.
He tried, or did he accomplish it?
He tried to do it with with Wade Robinson when he was 14 years old. And there was blood on his underwear, and Michael Jackson was concerned that the police would, because he was being, I guess he was under surveillance with the FBI, so he was concerned that they would find his underwear. So Michael Jackson went up to James Safechuck and basically told him, look, you need to hide your underwear. You need to burn them. So he burned his underwear. I'm sorry, not James Safechuck, Wade Robinson. He burned his underwear, and they were in love with Michael Jackson. They loved him.
Burns James' underwear? Is what you're saying?
Wade Robinson
okay,
burned his own underwear. I'm sorry, yeah.
They
They did know each other.
But see, here's the thing. Like as a parent,
Yeah, it starts with that.
I'm not gonna let my kid go to another person's pad and fucking sleep
grown
over.
man's house.
A grown ass man's
Doesn't
house,
matter if
exactly.
it's a star or not.
I don't give a fuck
Yeah,
who it
fuck
is,
that,
man.
dude.
If my kid comes home and number one, they ain't going. Number two, if my kid comes home and says, "Hey, this is going on," I'm gonna blow that motherfucker's balls out, bro.
Well, you gotta think about this. This is the early '80s. This whole
Yeah,
Me
but
Too movement wasn't big.
No.
I mean, and this was Mike. I'm not saying it was right. This was Michael Jackson. This was the king of pop. There's no celebrity as big as Michael Jackson even today. And these guys, these kids. Michael Jackson did the typical pedophile thing, man. He went up and gained the parents' trust, gained
Allegedly.
the trust of the child.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, no, he did. He gained
what
their
they're
trust.
saying.
There's pictures and everything with all the family
No,
hanging out
I
at
get
Neverland and all
it.
that stuff.
I get
Can I
it.
say this?
And
If they really wanted the story to people make an honest, good decision, why did they make the whole documentary one-sided?
That's the thing
Yeah.
right now. That's the debate. Why
that's what I'm saying.
didn't they interview the Jacksons or talk to anybody?
Well, 'cause,
any of Jackson's
I mean,
people?
The lawyers, anybody
The star of the
else?
show is dead.
Yeah, they wanted to. I believe what the director said is he didn't want to make it one side. He didn't even want to make it about Michael Jackson. He just wanted it to be about the victims and their stories and what happened to them. He
Then why-
he wanted to tackle the whole pedophile issue, not really Michael Jackson or something like that.
Then why name it Leaving Neverland or something like that if you don't want it to be about Michael Jackson? Why
'Cause
not
that's
call
what the
it
guy
Wayne
said.
Robinson? The Wade Robinson experience.
Who the hell is Wade Robinson? People like
Exactly.
why do I want to watch that?
And this is why
It's about
Somebody
it,
making money off that
it
shit.
happened. Wade Robinson didn't rape
somebody
himself.
definitely making money.
Ray
Somebody's gotta
Robinson
make
didn't
money
touch
off it.
himself. Michael Jackson touched Wade Robinson. So
I don't-
But see,
You have
that's
to make it about-
that's the shit. Like I have an issue with that. I get it. These people came out, but why now? Why all of a sudden?
Because the money dried up.
the thing that
Exactly.
makes them look bad is because they deny that Michael Jackson touched them in the past. Not
Yeah.
James Safechuck. James Safechuck never said anything. He's just coming out now. Wade Robinson is the one who, in the past, while he was on trial, you could say he committed perjury
Right.
and lied and said that Michael Jackson never touched him. He's been saying it since he was like 14 years old.
Yeah.
And now he's coming out, so it makes him look bad.
See,
It makes
I'm
him
not-
look unbelievable.
I'm not saying it didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? But it's like it's a little
It's
sketchy.
just questionable
Yeah,
that
it's
it came out
questionable,
now.
sketchy. We're like, okay, you're coming out now. You know, like she was saying, like maybe
Yeah,
fucking
and-
money dried up, like you
And
were
it's
saying as well.
one-sided,
Yeah,
too,
and it's
like-
all it's all biased, bro. Like, what the fuck is that?
So you don't
shit,
think
bro?
Michael did it at all? Yeah.
I'm not saying he did.
I'm not saying he was a weird person, but you got to take in context the man was famous since he was 8 years old.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have like a concept of reality. In my mindset, I think he still was thinking like he was an 8-year-old, 12-year-old boy, huge house. I just want a bunch of kids to spend the night.
Well,
Who else has been famous since they were 8 years old? Since they were a kid,
Macaulay
that
Culkin.
never touched anybody though.
No, that turned out.
That
That
turned out
out
okay.
A-okay, and still are successful.
well,
And
I'm latching off.
No one.
You know how you so you he
Yo,
called him
no,
weird.
Jason. What's his name? The guy. He's in all kinds of movies.
Oh, that guy.
He's been around for a long time. White guy.
But
He never touched kids.
EL said he was weird.
Jason Bateman. Jason Bateman.
I want
That's
to
what
touch
I'm
on the
talking
weird
about.
part.
He doesn't
real
fuck
quick.
kids. You know.
Stop
No,
with
he
the
wasn't a
fucking.
child
Let's
actor.
touch on the weird.
He was.
If you are talented and you're an artist, people who aren't are gonna think you're weird. So
No, Michael Jackson was
Michael
weird.
Jackson was
no,
weird.
I know. I'm not saying.
Yeah, he was weird.
I honestly agree. I think he did shit like that, but I don't have a basis for it. I just that's the way I grew up. I wasn't a fan. The guy's a fucking musical genius. He's as an artist, he's awesome and he's a genius, and I'll give him that. But yeah, everybody. So he's got one downfall already. Everyone thinks he's fucking weird. Is he weird?
Yeah.
But he was
a
weird,
lot,
though.
A lot
He
of
was.
artists
He was a lot.
There's a lot of weird fucking
But
shit.
if you
dude.
look at kids that grow up like that, not necessarily him, just in general, they don't have a concept of like reality. They don't think like
So I'm gonna go fuck kids.
Yeah.
no, that not that.
Well, he Michael Jackson, he's weird. He grew up and he was abused and all. He was physically abused. I don't know if he was sexually
I
abused.
mean, we
I
all got
believe.
spanked.
Yeah, and he okay. If you see a man walking around with a 12-year-old or 11-year-old or 7-year-old white kid hand to hand all of his life, all of Michael Jackson's career, wouldn't you, or anybody, wouldn't you question that? When like, why is this man
Yeah.
always with a kid?
But
You
I
would-
would
today
question-
you would question that, right?
I'm questioning it back then.
Yeah.
But
So why would you question if Michael Jackson
again,
did it?
weird.
Yeah.
That's not weird. That's
But see, the thing
That's
is,
not just being
but
weird.
But the thing is this: he's famous, man. People. I get the fact it's a weird shit, but people say, "Oh, he's fucking Michael Jackson." Like oh my god, he's like the perfect image of whatever the fuck he
He's
is.
fucking
But-
dead. Who
Yeah,
cares?
he's gone now. But what I'm saying, when he was alive,
victims.
when he was alive, people be like, "Oh my god, they're starstruck." You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Some people are like that. That's
Yeah, it's
true.
like they're still in denial.
and that's how he was able to gain the kids and the parents' trust because they feel
Exactly.
like, wow, Michael Jackson's
Those are
paying
like
me
good
attention.
parents.
I'm special.
And
I'm
Neverland,
special out of all
Neverland-
these kids. I'm special.
And Neverland is like Disneyland, dude. Like that's what they had. Like
Yeah.
fucking rides and all that shit.
Candy, rides, candy, and sex.
Animal
Sex and
sex.
candy.
the whole
Lollipops.
get a kid starter kit.
That sounds so fucking disturbing.
fair. I
That sounds
get some-
fucking
I get
disturbing,
some
bro.
candy and my
That's
ass
true. That's
licked.
what it was.
Fucking disturbing, bro.
Yeah.
Catch a kid starter kit.
I know.
Candy, ice cream,
Yep.
white van,
Sleepovers.
amusement park.
Sleepovers.
They have to have a white van for sure.
That's
Yeah.
fucking disturbing, man.
Yeah.
Get it
So,
all on Amazon.
All right.
but in the show, he actually talked about the kids would actually talk about all he had all this candy, all the candy you wanted, and Michael was like, he hated women too. He called women evil. He would talk about their mothers. Your mother, see, your mother doesn't love you like I do. So just touch it and all kinds of stuff, man. That's how he started.
These people should have been having kids. These
Why would they do
parents
this?
should be having kids.
Yeah.
No, it all starts with the
No.
parents.
It
It
all
all starts.
starts
With,
with
There was one story where the family took off in an RV. I guess Michael Jackson paid for it or whatever. They went on a vacation
Yeah.
in an RV and left their son with them. Like, what the fuck?
yeah, and you know what? My brother actually brought this up to me. He said the woman. I don't know if you guys saw this part, but Michael Jackson went up to one of the parents and said, "I would like James to stay with me for the whole year." And the mother was like, "No, that's not happening." And then they went back and forth. And then finally, Michael Jackson says to her, "Well, I always get what I want." Now, if I go up to somebody or Michael Jackson, I don't care who the fuck you are, and you tell me I want to keep your son for a year, and I say no, and you say I always get what I want. Okay, I tell you what, Michael, baby, come on, let's go. We're out of here. I will not. That tells me right there how obsessed you are with my child.
Well, I
Of
mean,
course,
he would have
that you
died
want.
that day.
Yeah.
Either
Yeah.
or.
Nah.
It's like
I don't see how
kill
Michael
my kid.
Jackson and R. Kelly. I'm not advocating anything here or getting away. Like, what happened? Where are the people? Like these
should have had a
parents.
hookup.
Who hasn't? Who hasn't? I'm surprised nobody's fucked R. Kelly up yet. Like a crazy uncle
But
or
see,
somebody.
it's
You know what
gonna
I mean?
This is the thing with pro-life and pro-choice. It should be pro-choice.
I've been saying that.
Everybody can't
Trust
have
me.
kids.
We've been working with
Everybody
fucked up kids.
Shouldn't have kids.
Absolutely, they should have some type of. If you're a
And when
parent,
people have those kids, nobody says, "Oh, I'm pro-life, I'm pro." But how many foster kids you have in your house?
Yeah.
right,
How many
right.
kids are you helping if you're so pro-life?
Yeah.
Right.
That's
Anybody
right.
can have a fuck. As long as you have a reproductive system, no matter how
Exactly.
retarded you are, you can have a kid. They need to make sure that they need to do something in our
gotta have a
government that if you have a
license, a
child that you
certification for everything
you need to get a
else.
certification or
Procreation.
license
For
or something
everything
like
else
that.
Like a
in this
driver's
world,
license.
but you don't need one to fucking go make babies.
You can go make a baby, exactly. You can't even fucking pass a damn DMV test, but you can have a baby. You know what I
Can't
mean?
get your license and you're over here fucking running kids.
Series
Because
of
those are
questions.
voters and taxpayers. That's why.
Yeah.
No,
Keep on
most of those
fucking.
people are fucking on the system.
No,
off of the
regardless of
system.
the fact, man, this fucking story is just disturbing as fuck. And you got a motherfucker. I get it that he's fucking famous, but as a fucking parent, you gotta have common sense to let your kid go. I give a fuck who the fuck you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My kid ain't going to sleep over there.
Some of these parents
Yeah.
ain't got common
Yeah.
sense.
And motherfucker,
That's
I'll
what it
sleep.
is.
You sleep over. I'll fucking sleep right next to you, puto.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah, exactly.
You wake up with Vaseline on your ass.
Yeah, exactly. You know, they're like, oh shit, I'm gonna wake up with H.
Yeah, you go wipe your ass, it's gonna be blood. next
And they're
to
like,
you.
oh, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, pulled out
Yeah,
too
you can
fast.
talk about your story.
So this is a big thing right now. Michael Jackson. This is all over the place. It's breaking the internet. That's probably why Facebook is not working today.
Probably.
Michael Jackson and the details that have come out regarding his sexual abuse with children. Okay, so everybody, I believe he did it. EL, you say nay. Todd, yes.
Yes.
I mean Scully, yes. Tech C,
Probably.
probably iffy.
I say yeah. I think he did do it, man.
Yeah.
I
All right.
did.
Hunt
Smart
jury.
man, you're smart.
You still
I'm
get
a-
soft.
He did it.
I'm a fat guy. Prove me wrong on this one, because I'm
How can you? We weren't there.
and he's dead.
True.
So I mean,
Yeah,
there's
he
not
can't prove
even-
himself,
There's no
so-
rebuttal.
He
You know,
can't,
the
yeah.
interviews with those
He's saying,
guys.
so this is ignorant, guys.
Motherfucker, I'm talking.
You know what would be funny?
The interviews with those guys,
Guys,
were
this is
extra.
ignorant, guys. This-
You know what would be funny if like Michael Jackson actually did like the interview like R. Kelly. If Michael Jackson jumped up and like, y'all killing me, man.
Frame me. Frame me.
I'm Big Mike. I'm Big Mike. Don't fuck with me though. Yeah, no, that's
Now, so the guys that were being interviewed, they were so dramatic, like as if they were being paid to be extra, you know.
yeah.
You can talk. Go ahead, talk, sir.
For those of you who aren't watching, Texie keeps turning my mic off. That's why.
Because he doesn't know how to let other people
Magic
talk.
Mike.
You've been cutting me off like 8 times already. So
We've been talking about Michael Jackson, how obsessed you are with his sexuality this whole time. And
we're
then I'm
all
cutting
talking
you
about
off?
Michael Jackson,
Uh-oh.
sir. So I believe he touched Tech C, and that's why Tech C is having an issue today. Were you touched by Michael Tech? Is that?
Hey,
Say just touch it.
if he did
Just
touch me,
touch it.
I make sure I get some money out of it.
I'm safe.
touch
I
it.
don't have enough butt.
Hey, out of
butt's
everybody
too
at this
white.
table, out of everybody at this table here, I believe who would he fuck? It's
Scully.
gonna be Scully, right?
I think so.
He like white boys. He
Yeah.
like little white boys. He doesn't like little Mexicans or little black boys. He like little white
That-
boys,
that might
little
be-
redhead white
So
boys.
I'm getting some and you're not.
You getting some of that
Make sure
Michael.
you get some money.
That might be his preference.
Yeah, he like little white
Hey,
boys.
he was
No
giving
butts.
his hats,
No
his
butts,
hats away,
right.
his clothing. You know, for
When you
videos.
bend over and spread your butt cheeks, it looks bigger, I guess.
make sure you get your ass licked.
Uh-oh.
And on that note,
Ooh, okay, yeah, on that note. All right, so let's go ahead and get into our topic here, meat and potatoes. Okay, sometimes in life you just need to get the hell away from someone, right?
oh yeah.
I mean, there's people in our lives who just, very much exactly who we need to get. You go out on a date or two, or you maybe
One.
become, you
One
talk
date.
to them. You're just like, I need to get the hell away from them. So for those of you who aren't familiar with ghosted, that's our topic today. If you're not familiar with ghosted is a method of cutting off communication with someone.
Ghosting.
Usually it's someone ghosted or ghosting. Usually it's someone you went on a date with or 2 dates with, and the things just didn't work out. So you don't reply to their texts, you delete them off your social media, and you basically become a ghost. That's the term ghosting, okay? So a lot of people, when they hear this term ghosting, they're like, wow, that's happened to me, or what is that, or is that something I can do, and how can I do that successfully, okay? So now,
Successfully.
we got to say that ghosting someone is always a fucked up thing to do, but there's certain people in life that you have to ghost, okay? So how do you successfully ghost someone, okay? And we looked it up. We did our research as we always do, okay? And we've come up with these right here, okay? Number one, actually, Vato V sent these to me.
I did.
Okay. Confirm
Goddamn.
that you 100% never want that person in your life before you ghost them.
That's true.
You have to make sure you don't ghost them and then try to get back with them and all that type of shit. You
That
know
is
what I
true.
mean? That's kind of like breaking up with somebody and then getting back with them. Breaking up, getting back together, breaking up, getting back together. When you break up with somebody, let that be it, okay? Let me ask
Sounds
you.
like a guy that ghosts some chick and then he sees her at the club and be like, "Damn, she looks good."
He's trying to
And
get
then
back
he's
with
like,
her.
"Hey, girl." what's up?"
That's
Like,
true.
You ghosted me.
That's
Fuck
true.
you, boo.
I'm talking.
Like, boo, get out. This is my spirit. Get the fuck out of here.
Hey, if somebody ever ghosted me, or if I feel like somebody, let's say I go out on a date with a chick and I don't hear from her, she's not going to hear from me. So
Yeah.
we both ghosting each other.
Yeah,
you know what I
it's true.
mean? We're never going to talk.
That's
So that's the way you anti-ghost somebody. You ghosting me, bitch, I'm going to ghost you too. You know what I mean?
I'm the
Now you
ghoster, not
never
the
talk.
ghostie.
Right, exactly.
That's in effect. That's how you get over it.
That's how you get over it. Exactly. No, I ghosted you. It makes you feel better about yourself,
does.
right?
Yeah.
And then when she contacts you again, you know,
Like, I'm sorry, who are
I
you?
guess I'm the winner here. I'm the winner.
So can you ghost? Can you ghost somebody before you even met them? Like, so if you meet online, you're gonna meet at fucking Starbucks or wherever the hell you want to meet, and you're the one that's catty corner across the street
Scoping them out.
watching, and then and you see them and you know,
Oh,
and,
shit,
and,
oh, man.
and you just head the fuck.
You go.
home.
I've done that.
You're
I've
like,
done that.
She's a
Keep on
catfish.
walking.
I'm gonna go.
Yes. That's called standing somebody up if you never met them.
Yeah.
But if you met them and you had some type of interaction with them, you don't want to meet them, talk to them again.
I was,
Yeah.
You ghosted.
I was gonna
You
say
ghost them
I
out.
was gonna say that, but I didn't want to date myself.
But see, the thing.
Hey, we're all learning. I was talking to a millennial today, and she didn't know what ghosted means. She's like, "What is that? What does that mean?" I say, "Watch our show. You'll see."
Did
Was
you
it-
know what stood up meant?
Everybody knows that. Yeah, stand. You know what that means, right?
No, everyone shows
EO
up.
does. He does stand up comedy all the time. His audience, when he gets on stage, they ghost him. So,
They leave.
But that's
so he's familiar with it. All right, so that's basically how you go someone. Do it slowly. Make sure you ghost them slowly. You don't just cold turkey ghost somebody.
See,
Okay.
the thing
How
about
do you
ghosting.
ghost them
I
slowly?
thought
Yeah,
you just cut
But,
it off.
but see, no,
It says here.
the thing about ghosting is like you're having a conversation with that person, and all of a sudden, you send them a message, and it's like, you send them another one, you send another one. It's like, what the fuck's going on here? Are you alive? Are you dead? What's going on? And if you don't hear from them anymore, it's like they ghosted you. So
Have you ever been on a date?
They're a
Is this-
ghost
is
if
this
you're a
ghosting
stalker.
too? When you
Yeah.
go on a date and you're like in the middle of the date and you're like, I'm gonna go use the restroom, and then you just don't come back.
gone? That's
that
fucking
ghosting?
Straight
Hey, that's like we had a story about that. Remember that
We
guy?
did.
Remember that shit?
Oh yeah, the dude, the dining ditch.
The
guy.
Diamond
Oh,
Ditch
that's
guy.
right,
For
Diamond
that's
Ditch.
right.
You know?
Apparently, you can go to jail for that.
He got caught up.
Yeah.
He got caught
That's
up. for
because he
that
didn't pay
shit.
the bill.
He got caught up for that shit. He stood the girls up. He's like, okay, bye. He ate and he's gone.
Goodbye. Okay, has anyone here been ghosted? And
Yep.
tell us your story and why. What do you think happened? Vato V, I'm curious to know. You're
I have.
you've
I've
in
been.
dating-
I've ghosted and I've been ghosted. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, it's
Tell us
just-
your story.
Here's a story. And so, no, there's a.
upon a
I was
time.
once upon a time, a long time ago. And I was interested in this one chick. We're having a conversation. We went out a couple times, and all of a sudden, I was like, "You okay? You all right? Hey, what's going on?" Send her messages, and
Ghost.
that was it. I was like,
How many
"Fuck,
messages did you send her before you
sent a
became a
message-
stalker?
She replied saying ghosted.
No, I know, like ghosted bitch.
GHOST.
Yes, gotta go. No, we were cool, and I swear to God, I was like, never heard from her again.
Have you ever-
I sent her at
She
the
saw
most.
red
The
flags on
most
you.
I sent her like about five messages.
Yeah.
and I was like, I think
Times
I'm
100.
ghosted. I think I'm
Times
done.
50.
I know.
I think past 3 makes you a stalker. Too.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, you said, hey, what's up? Are we gonna, what's going on? You okay? Nah, that way. like, are you all right?
All right.
Nothing. I'm like, I'm fucking.
See if
done
it can
with
happen
this
to the great Vato V.
Yes.
Now, who have you ghosted?
A couple people. I mean, these are in all honesty, man. These are people that you're just not interested in anymore. So it's like, fuck, like, what? How am I, if they're interested in you and you're like, you're not interested in them,
Yeah.
that's the way it is, man.
Is that right, Vato V?
It's
Is it right
fucked
to
up.
do that?
It's a fucked up thing,
fucked
but
up.
oh well.
I don't know. him.
Better than me.
Better you than me.
EO, give us your ghost story.
This I'm gonna sound like a pretty terrible guy. But, I met this girl one time, and it was at a place, and the lights were really dim.
Oh damn.
Okay.
Like really dim. We
I already
hitting
see
off.
where it's coming here.
Great personality. She looks nice,
Yes,
good,
I know.
right? I go see her the next day.
God damn.
All
Like
fucked up.
just
Strobe lights.
pimples and
Oh,
blackheads. I'm
look like a
oh,
ghost.
Yeah.
I left something in my car.
Oh, you straight. You
Damn.
stood her up,
Just-
ghost.
Shoot,
I
you have to
just-
walk out.
I just left.
Wow.
I didn't want to lead her.
Well,
any
yeah, you
further
don't want
than
to
that.
exactly
It
waste
was
your
just-
time any. Hey, I don't blame you. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
and then there's one girl.
Oh, another
I
one.
was I never got
One
ghosted.
time.
But there's one girl I was like being real nice to. This is in college, like because I had a car and she didn't have a car, and I would take her to get groceries and pick her up. And she knew I liked her, right? And she kept using me from a car. And when I figured that out, I set her up really good. So she went somewhere far out, and this was no Uber, no Lyft back in the day. Like, she went like to the next city, and I made her think that whole day I was coming to get her.
Nice.
And I never went.
Nice.
There you go.
Wow.
Nice.
And I was like, yeah.
Yeah, man, that's woo. That's a good
Got
feeling.
you.
That's a good feeling, man. When you
Like-
feel like you know somebody's taking advantage of you, and you just
Yeah.
get that ass back. Yeah, that's a great.
Yeah.
That's a great. Now, Todd, you're a ghost. I mean, you've ghosted people.
Ooh.
So in order to ghost someone in my world, I just pull my pants down.
They leave. Like, oh shit.
You show them the front or the back?
Both.
do a little twirl.
I show them the lily.
You make it stand up when you spin.
Oh shit. For the string and the fucking turns.
No, you know, I've been thinking about this since I think Sunday when we decided we were going to maybe talk about this shit. And honestly, I cannot remember being ghosted even before I knew what that fucking meant. But I know
You never had a girl
no,
just not call you
really.
back after a date, or
No, they're all either all in or all fuck you. You know, there's no what happened.
Well, so you have gone out on dates and you never heard from the chick again, right? Or the guy.
But he
No,
knew,
they usually
he knew
they
the woman.
usually tell you.
Yeah. He tells her at the end. She tells him at the end, like,
and
yeah,
you know what?
it's not gonna work.
Most
She did it slowly.
The biggest thing about ghosting is
Touchy.
one, if you don't know them, who gives a fuck? But if you built any sort of relationship with them, then it's a maturity thing and
True.
Yeah.
and a communication.
See, the thing is this:
Yeah.
when you prolong the relationship, when you're going out maybe like for a month at the most, and then all of a sudden, you ghost them or they ghost you. That's fucked up. 'Cause
Yeah.
I've had situations where I've heard stories, man. Like, I was going out with this motherfucker and maybe he didn't like you. Something happened.
We're going to
Fuck
talk about
yeah.
that too. People you shouldn't ghost. We're
People don't
actually
tell
on that.
stories anymore. They don't make up breakups.
Exactly.
Yeah, so
They
I
just
don't
stop
really have
talking.
a super
Yeah.
good story or anything, but there's a few people that I may have sent home in the middle of the night in a taxi and
Yeah.
never talked to again. And
But it was understood.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Well, I don't know, because I guess the one I can think of most, it was 2:00 in the morning.
Damn.
Called a taxi, just made the night end.
No Uber,
and,
huh?
she knew you didn't like her because you called a taxi.
Did you pay for the taxi?
I did.
That's fucked up.
See, taxis were expensive when
Yeah.
there was no Uber around.
Oh.
Taxis were expensive.
Like, where you going?
Oh, this is
fuck.
back in the day. Okay.
Yeah.
But what
Pay for
happened
half.
after the fact was it was almost a case of stalking
Mm-hmm.
and a case of beer, because every weekend she'd show up, drop beer on the porch,
Wow.
yeah,
Damn.
You're a delivery person?
leave notes, because we couldn't text back then. We were
Hmm.
it just didn't
It
exist.
isn't-
Instacart.
Love
Pagers.
notes
Some
with
real
beer.
weird shit.
That's a
so,
beer Instacart.
Yeah, so obvious I did the right thing as a man,
And she wasn't a
young
keeper?
man, and I kept the
I
beer,
know.
Yeah.
and I didn't talk to her.
Huh.
So
Yeah.
she kept
I think-
bringing beer. So I have to say that I was probably an asshole. This sounds really bad. Sorry if you're watching or listening and don't like me. But yeah, I actually liked that she was bringing me beer.
Todd's dating days were pre-cell phone and pager, I think.
Yeah, exactly. Todd's really
Ghosting might have-
Scully's
Well,
really
you know
aging
what?
himself.
I don't like you guys
You don't
talk
care.
about all this shit, and I don't know what level of honesty's there. I'm sure there's a lot of it. Some of it isn't. No, I wasn't
BS.
really much into dating long term, because everyone thought, I felt like every girl out there, if you were with her more than maybe 2 or 3 weeks, it was a fucking long term commitment.
Yep.
And that everything
high.
you did, you had to tag along with them, and it's just
Wow.
I think
I was never into it.
I think nowadays the ghosting it's called ghosting because
more common.
it's common because now is that you go online, it's like, okay, I go out with somebody, if this person, I don't like this person, I just won't fucking talk to you, and I'll go
Well, you-
back online and find somebody else.
block them on all social media.
Exactly.
And block them on the phone, because now you can block them on
You
the
can
phone.
block them or whatever.
Yeah. And then
That's
you're
it.
done.
What if she
Ain't-
lives next door to you or down the
And then
street
you're
from
fucked.
you?
You fucked. Yeah, you fucked up.
Hey, bitch, I ghosted you.
And she lives in the same
Well,
house.
I came to
or
hunt
something.
you.
Instead of saying this guy fucks,
came
this
to
guy
hunt
fucked
you.
up.
That's got fucked up.
If she even lives in your neighborhood, you fucked up. Don't touch
Don't
that.
ever do that.
There's some
50
chicks
miles
you
away.
ghost them. They're like, well, I've
That's-
come back to hunt you.
That's where they say don't eat where you shit, man, because
Yeah.
you're gonna taste the sour.
Oh man, I've done that. Don't get your bread. Don't get your meat where you get your bread, right?
Yep, exactly.
So, Tech C, your ghosting story.
I don't recall, dude. I think
Don't be scared.
I might have ghosted a few times just when I was young, just because of the fucking crazies.
Yeah.
But
Have you been ghosted?
Probably. I don't remember.
He was drinking.
We've all been ghosted.
She's not
He
here.
was drinking. He don't remember.
Well, I can proudly say I've never been ghosted.
Yeah, right. This guy.
I've been ghosted. I'm still in. I was in the dating game. I was ghosted, not long ago.
So
And
like I just got ghosted.
trust
right
me,
now.
I've done plenty of ghosts. I've done plenty of
If
ghosting
you
myself.
haven't been ghosted, it's because they can see you all the time with that shiny head.
It's like
No matter where you
a
stand.
crystal ball.
Well, if you got in the dating world now, you would definitely be ghosted. Go lose a little weight, and you won't get ghosted so much.
Grow a little hair.
Anyway, so trust women love the bald head more than they love big bellies. So anyway,
so
so
they can
getting
like
back
to hold
into
So
they
you
can
just
hold
hit-
on to this
so
too.
you just head fuck them?
Yeah.
Hey, I got a funny story. I used to, as you can see, my audience. Well, I don't know if you're not watching. I have a little gray hair in the beard here. I used to
Called old.
color it in. I used to color it in, and it's funny. Women didn't know this. They thought I was naturally black. Oh, I love your goatee. So there's a few
White.
women I've been with. I would use waterproof mascara to color it in, right? And you think waterproof is it's waterproof, right? So I would get with some women, and I would, things would get a little hot and heavy.
It wasn't that proof.
Exactly. I would go down on them,
Oh, hello.
okay, with a black beard, all black. Come back up. Everything's great, right?
Like 10 years older.
And they're looking at 10 years older. She's like, what the fuck? And I'm like, baby, that pussy was so good it aged me 10 years. You got that 10-year aging pussy, man. So, and after that, I was ghosted. So,
Pussy's not supposed to make you old because it's bad pussy. It's supposed to make you young.
Yeah.
but what if it's so good it just
Makes you old?
you
That's bad
shriveled up?
pussy, dude.
What if you bust a nut and just shrivel up like that cat from that movie, Scary Movie? Remember he busted a nut, he just shriveled up.
And you know what? Guys will still have sex.
Yeah.
Yes, they would. Yes. Vato
I'm gonna
V.
die? All right, I still do
Oh
it.
my God, me and Vato V used to talk about that. Like,
Yeah.
what if your dick was like a bee stinger?
Oh, yeah.
And you know how a bee stings and it dies after one sting. You get one chance in life to fuck. Okay.
Yeah.
You would have a lot of like 11-year-old kids dying. Like, but you got your whole life ahead of you. Fuck that, I'm getting this pussy.
I mean,
So-
Michael Jackson would have killed a lot of kids. Then. He'd be a killer.
He's a wasp.
right. You'd be the bee.
No, we talk. What we talk about? We said if men only had
We said
100 times,
100 times the fuck.
100
Yeah.
times the
100
fuck.
times the fuck.
We used to talk about that.
What is the last fuck you would do? Like,
Right.
God, you better pick that. Choose wisely. Fuck wisely.
I would lose count, man.
None
I would
of
lose
us
count.
would.
Yeah.
Fucking have a stroke. What's happening?
Yeah, you think you have about 50 more, and you're like, oh shit.
I thought this was my 98th.
That includes masturbation.
And he can't even count the shows right, so of course he'd lose count.
Yeah, I lost count at show 39, so I would have been dead, man. I would
In a
have been dead.
world full of women.
Yes.
Women, all guys be like dinosaurs.
You're gonna be thinking it's like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go and masturbate right now. That's your last one. Oh,
You commit suicide, you do like 10 times.
I know.
If you get in an argument with your like girlfriend and she's like nagging you, like I'm gonna do it.
Fuck it, I'm out. Boom.
She's like, no, don't do that. No, don't do it.
Like, fuck it.
And that'll give a lot of women the excuse, like, no, honey, not tonight. You're going to die. So, fuck, she's right. We'll save it for a special occasion, like when your whole term life insurance policy is about to expire.
You'd still do it yourself.
When your $500,000 policy kicks in, then we'll talk about the last fuck.
Yeah, the insurance guy's like, okay, do you smoke? Do you drink? Are you on your 98th nut? We need to know these things, right? So-
How many nuts have you had? How do they test for that?
oh, I'm sure they'll have a testing system for
Real.
it, man. I just went and got my insurance license, so there's a lot of questions they ask when it comes to insurance. And I'm sure that it's called the mortality table. It's going to have something called the nut table. You know, how many times you've come.
That's not- that's-
They weigh your balls. This one's lighter.
They're like, 98.
Your
Sounds
nut
like,
factor's a little light.
it sounds like
You're about to
that,
die.
Can you imagine?
it sounds like that chocolate commercial. Sometimes you feel like a nut. Sometimes you don't.
Sometimes you die. Can you see the police at the scene like, I saw this when I was a rookie once, Johnson. Apparently, this 14-year-old has been fucking a lot. he's dead, like,
or masturbating.
dead with his dick in his hand. Just sprinkle a little crack on him and call it.
No, died of natural causes. He was on his 100th fuck.
It's going to be a lot of natural causes deaths.
Fuck yeah.
Man. And what about you, V? You get buzz like 2 or 3 nuts in one night,
That's
man.
it.
So
I got
there'll be a lot of dead Mexicans out there. Those guys fuck.
This guy fucks.
This guy's about to die. Man.
I got three left. three left nuts. No more.
You got
Hey,
three
that'd
left
be a
nuts?
good way to
I gotta-
die, though, man.
I gotta bust 3 more and I'm done.
That'll be a great way to die, though. I'll tell you that.
You guys send the next text. I'm gonna send my last text. Sorry, guys.
You know what'd be even crazier though? I hate to say this. If like a plane was flying and they knew they were about to crash, you know how many
Yeah.
guys would just take out their pants?
Oh, my
Oh God! Talk about a circle jerk.
Oh my God. Like the windows would like fog up.
nut everywhere, man.
What are you doing, Harold?
Well, we,
do it. We're gonna die.
Fuck it.
and then the one survivor. We were gonna make it, but apparently the pilot was nutted on and we crashed.
They got through under the door.
I think
Sleeping there like the blob.
I think the reason why the fucking plane went down was because the fucking pilot jacked off.
Yeah, he died.
He said,
Attention passengers, we have about 30 feet before descent. And
man, so how did we go from ghosted
Gusted.
ghosted to the
That's
last
ghost and bust. at the same time.
Disgusted. I am disgusted with you. So if you are someone who believes in, I don't even know how to transition into this. So anyway, so ghosted.
It's
so let's
over.
get in. So we know what ghosted means. Let's get into something here. These are the people that you do not want to ghost. Okay, these are the people. If you want to live, you do not want to ghost these people. Okay,
Don't bust it
never ghost the possessive type.
Oh,
The
hell no.
possessive type. Okay.
Yeah.
These types of people will definitely get upset. They won't fall for it. You'll just have to confront them and break up with them the old-fashioned way. And I tell you what,
that's
good luck
not
with
gonna
that. Good luck with that.
It's not gonna work.
Because crazy people, possessive people are crazy.
Then you're gonna
Rod.
turn into a ghost.
Yeah, they won't. They won't. They won't accept your resignation.
I know. They're resignated for you, but you're dead.
Even though it's a nice letter, nice cover letter.
They're like, wow,
Yeah,
this is interesting.
I won't
my
accept
God.
You're
that.
like, bitch. This was a
Y'all got me
Microsoft
crying
template.
today, man. You don't want to
accept
go
that.
somebody that you're serious with, okay? You don't want to go somebody that you've been dating, like you said, Vato V, for at least a few months.
Yeah.
They kind of know your family, and you introduce people to your family the first date, Vato V.
I
So
do.
you probably shouldn't ghost at all.
Like, hi, how are you? Gotta
Hey,
ghost
how
you
are
now.
you? This is my mom. She wants to meet you.
Let me ask you this: do people still run out like on weddings? Like, cause that's the ultimate
they've
ghost.
done it.
Like the person's.
Hell yeah.
People
That's-
still do that.
Yeah, I'm sure
Runaway
they
bride and
Runaway
the
groom.
groomsmen that don't
movie?
show up.
I would think that it happens.
No, in real
for
life,
sure.
like
I would
people
think
that
so.
Really, they plan it all that, put all that money in it,
No, I think they just
Cold
get
feet
divorced the
cards.
next week and
Yeah.
the following week.
fly
divorce.
family
Now,
out.
some people, they don't show up to wedding. They
I've
get
heard-
cold feet, is
I
what they
haven't
call
heard
it.
of that.
You never heard of cold feet?
No, I haven't heard of somebody not showing up to a wedding in a long time. I mean, it's just.
Do you read wedding
Just
stories?
haven't heard it. I know people get married. Nobody
Wedding
knows.
national
Well,
Red
maybe
Magazine.
nobody you know, but it
Like,
happens, in the
okay.
world.
Do you know somebody?
He ordered Ties the Knot.
I've heard stories.
the magazine.
I would
I've
think
read-
so.
I know,
Huh?
right?
I say he has Ties the Knot, the magazine. Like, the little wedding.
my wife is wedding planning.
Yeah.
For a little
Oh,
bit.
see.
Has that ever happened where
Yeah.
like, oh shit, they're not getting married anymore? No.
It has not, sir.
Have I ever heard of something like this?
The side piece
It's
shows
rare,
up.
but it happens. It's rare. It probably happens one every 100 weddings or
Does it?
something. I don't. We'll look. We'll look that up and we'll let our audience know
You
next
mean
week.
it don't happen when someone's like they're getting married and they're like, does anybody contest? And they're like, me.
The
I
ex,
love you.
the ex shows up,
Oh,
or
I
the,
love you.
or
Oh,
the
that's
side
crazy.
piece
Yeah.
That's
shows
a
up.
nightmare.
Yeah.
Me, I have his baby. Oh, what the
Oh my
fuck?
God.
That's a WWF fight.
I'm ghost. I'm ghost.
He'll be like, bitch, I ghosted you.
Y'all ever see Scooby Doo when they run in one place and they take off? That'll be me right there. Like that happens.
He's gonna take off and bust his 100th nut. I gotta go.
Man,
That's where
what about that dude who lied to his wife? Like, baby, I need to know before we get married. Are you on your 98th nut? Or you're on your, oh, baby, I got 50 nuts left. And then they have their wedding night and he dies.
That's fucked up because if you only have 50 left, she's gonna be like, "That's 50 years of marriage."
That's one nut. Oh shit!
One
That's
nut
true.
a year.
One another
One nut a
Like
year.
that.
Man, that's fucked
He's
up.
the one.
Yeah, the one a year.
What if you like save them all and you're like 70 and you got like 80 nuts?
Oh, like 401k. Like, man, you did some good 401 nut, man, right there, man. You saved
You
it
got a
up.
bank full of nets.
Right.
Go all out.
Or what if you saved all your nuts and then the time comes to fuck, you're 40-something, 50 years old, and you can't get it up.
And you live forever.
Cruel punishment. Yeah, you live
Eternal life.
You're like, no.
What have I done?
So if you can't get it up, you still can't nut.
It's over.
It doesn't just dribble
You
out.
can't give them to your boys, man. I got 50 nuts left. Hey, son, these belong to you.
It's all backed up.
Son, I saved these 50 nuts so you can live longer.
You get a hair more than your
Maybe
nut.
that's what happened. That's
Can you
what
pass
man.
them down? Can you pass the nuts on or what?
Oh man, rollover nuts and shit. These are the things that, hey guys, we talk about this when we started show 1. We said this show is about men. We talk. If you ever want to be a fly on the wall and know what men talk about, it's locker room talk. This is the type of shit we talk. And it's funny because the stuff we've discussed this before. We didn't just come up with this for the show. This was something we've actually discussed.
Ticking balls. Ticking balls.
Dick balls, dick balls, pussy, and divorce. That's what we talk about.
All in that order.
Ticking balls.
And death.
Oh man, so
Ghosting.
So yeah, you don't want to go someone you've been mutual friends with, someone with a short temper. You don't want to ghost the highly confrontational type. Somebody's going to argue with you, and you don't want to ghost any of my exes. So I think that's pretty much explains ghost. So we got to get out of here, Vato V. Before we do this, we do a thing called Mexican Word of the Week with Vato V. Vato V, what's our Mexican Word of the Week?
Disney.
Disney. How is Disney our Mexican Word of the Week?
I went to the doctor, and he said, "Which knee hurts? That knee or Disney?"
I like how his voice cracked.
You
know,
were
right?
so Mexican. I love my Mexican people. If anybody out there have been insulted by something, it's all jokes, okay? I love my
If
Hispanic
you've been
people.
insulted, hate him on social media.
Call us at 818.
Send him a message on social media and tell him, fuck you.
58.
Send him the middle finger emoji.
Yeah, exactly.
And my social media account is www.thementalityshow.com.
Let's get it trending.
All right, gentlemen, any last words? We got about 10 seconds each.
That's what she said. Get the fuck
That's
out
a
of
train.
So text. Okay, so Todd's a white guy. Vato V's Mexican. El it believes that Michael Jackson didn't do it. I believe he did, and Tex C has hemorrhoids. So that pretty much sums that up. So all right, so catch us www.thementalityshow.com. Past episodes on YouTube, LA Talk Radio, Facebook Live, which didn't work today, always works. Catch us on there. Also iTunes, Google Play, soon to be iHeartRadio coming soon, folks. Now, remember, we thank you for joining us today. And remember, you're good, but with our help, you could be the best. We'll see you next week.
You're listening to The Mentality Show, only on LA Talk Radio.